Hello and welcome to my first week at Roblox. It is actually day 2 of my week because yesterday when I was doing the orientation onboarding, I got really tired. I think right after I ended work at around like 5 p.m., I pretty much just passed out on my bed for like 2.5 hours. Even today, I spent the entire day just working and I passed out for another 2 hours. So on day 1, I think I jumped on a call at around 9 a.m. I started orientation onboarding where we basically talked about like some of the benefits and the perks of working at Roblox. I also got to meet my manager on my first day and found out that I'm working on a team. Not sure how much I'm allowed to tell, but I'm working on something related to data and analytics, which is pretty cool. It's really up my alley. I'm pretty interested in that stuff. And I also started working on these like engineering onboarding bootcamp tutorials to ramp up on how to, build code locally, deploy it, and how to set up your development environment and stuff like that. And yeah, like I said, day 2 I worked mostly on continuing those tutorials and trying to finish them. I also got to meet my team and they're all really nice. I forgot to mention on day 1, I also got like my equipment. So I got a MacBook Pro or MacBook Air. I'm not a MacBook user, I use Windows, so whatever this thing is, pretty cool laptop. I got that yesterday on Monday. I will say, as a Windows user, transitioning to Mac is pretty tricky because all the commands and the keyboard shortcuts are a little bit different, and also you have to get used to learning how to use the trackpad. But I will say that I love the trackpad, and also it's really pretty to look at. The MacBook is just really gorgeous. Like, come on, look at this packaging. Just boom. So pretty. And yeah, in addition to like the laptop I also got some really cool swag from Roblox. I got like this mug. Is that what it is? I have no clue. I also got this really cool action figure. No idea what I'm gonna do with this, but maybe I'll give it to my grandchild. And I got like a notebook with like a pen right here. Cool stuff. I got like a little phone card holder, and I got like a little paper full of stickers so I can plaster it all over my belongings and advertise how much I love Roblox, which I probably will do on my laptop or something. So I guess my first impressions of working at Roblox is that, yeah, it's really overwhelming. And I think I would say this for pretty much any company you would join right after school, especially if you're a new grad. Like, you have to learn so much technology, you have to set up your development environment, you have to meet your manager and your team, you have to read a bunch of like product spec documents to learn about the project you're going to work on, you have to learn how to like build and deploy code. So much stuff going on, and there's so many moving parts. I feel like I have like 30 tabs open right now, and I'm doing like 5 different tutorials like back to back, and going back and forth. It's really confusing. So yeah, really overwhelming, but in a really good way. I think I'm learning a lot. Oh, and one thing I want to mention is that working 8 hours a day in a really bad chair sucks. You need to get a good chair. This chair is pretty awful. Clearly does not have any good back support. Can't really lean back on it and just relax. I just, So yeah, that's my little rant about the chair. Anyways, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3 because I didn't film day 1 and I was overwhelmed, so.
Bye.
Cool. Just got done with my first meeting of the day with my manager. The cool thing about Wednesdays is that it's like a no meeting Wednesday, so there's no like big team meetings or like group meetings or town halls or anything like that. It's pretty much just one-on-ones if you want. And so yeah, I guess the rest of the day I'm going to be working on ramping up still and just learning about my project, looking at some product specs, and possibly meeting another member of my team who's going to serve kind of as my like mentor, who's going to ramp me up on my specific project. So yeah, should be a good day. So just spent the entire day reading documentation. Now it's around 3 p.m. I think we have like a new hire virtual office tour, which sounds really cool. I think it's like a game on Roblox where you can look at like the actual office itself. So I'm going to jump on a call right now because it's 3 p.m. and we'll see what's up. Okay, so just got off a call and it is Wednesday afternoon. I just wrapped up like this tutorial to learn how to commit code to the code base and deploy something into production. Thankfully, the tutorial was really smooth. This is a very big contrast from Monday and Tuesday where I was just overwhelmed with a bunch of stuff, and yeah, things are looking up. So I think the rest of the plan for today is to just meet with my other team members for some one-on-ones, get to know them, get to know what projects they're working on, and also just get to know what project I personally will be working on and flesh out all the details. And towards the end of the day, I get to jump on a call for this happy hour where I get to meet some of the other onboarding new hires. I guess I'll meet some pretty cool people and should be fun. Hey guys, so it's a Friday night now and I've had a long ass day. Holy crap, I am so tired. Anyways, I took a 2-hour nap as usual right after work. I guess it has something to do with my sleep schedule of, sleeping at 3 a.m. So today I had a one-on-one with a team member. I just talked about like my project and flushed it out. And I also jumped on a few meetings, one of which was like a organization meeting where I got to see what some of the other teams are working on and get like a bird's eye view of everything going on in the org. Lastly, I just had a meeting with IT to set up some more software on my laptop because I'm always blocked. Stuff like that always happens in your first week, so yeah. So now that I've finished my first week at Roblox, here are some of my takeaways. 1, you're going to be blocked a lot, and this is because you're probably not going to have all the proper licenses to your software, and so when you're following a bunch of tutorials, it's going to say, okay, download this or have access to that, and you're just not going to have access to it, so you need to send out a bunch of emails to IT, get those installed, and you're just going to be waiting a lot. And on a similar note of getting blocked, you're probably going to be struggling with figuring out when to ask for help and when to do things independently. And sometimes one is better than the other. You don't want to be stuck on something for, 2 days if you could just get it done if you ask your manager and it would take an hour. So, but on the flip side, you also don't want to ask your manager and pester them for everything and when you can figure it out in a couple hours. So I'm still trying to figure out that balance, and yeah, I guess I'll just get better with it over time. So 2, I think my manager gave me some pretty good advice to guide me throughout the first week, and the main takeaway is basically to be patient with the learning curve. Try not to get tunnel vision on your first project, because if you focus only on your first project and you get it done in 1 month versus 2 months, that's great and all. But the problem with that is that you may be so focused on, your specific project that you don't really develop a good understanding of where the company is going as a whole. You're not looking at, the company roadmap, and you don't really have a good bird's eye view of what's going on. So you kind of want to find a balance between that. Yes, you want to get your first project done as soon as you can, but also you want to absorb as much information as you can. Go to all the meetings with all the developers and surrounding teams, read a bunch of documents, look at the company roadmap, stuff like that. And so that way you're in it for the long run, generally where the company is going and you believe in the company. And also you just develop kind of like a directed graph of knowledge. So maybe you learn a little bit of things here and you learn some stuff here, and eventually these little nodes will connect and you will have a much clearer understanding of where the big picture is. And once you get a real project where there's no direction, there's a lot of ambiguity, you don't really know how to navigate it, well, this knowledge will become more useful than learning how to, read a doc, which won't be provided to you with the big project. And I think the last thing is just don't be too hard on yourself. I think the first week can be pretty overwhelming, and yeah, that's pretty much with anything, but you'll get more comfortable with time. So just meet the people, be nice and kind, and just have fun with it. So with that, I hope that gives you a good idea of what it's like to work at a tech company in your first week. And with that, please drop a like, comment down below what you'd like to see next, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!